Hello, welcome to today's lesson. Today we're going to learn some fun math problem. It's fun because you can actually use some common sense, or you can find some examples in your daily life. So let's take a look at the first one. So Paulo took a rectangular sheet of paper, yellow on one side and green on the other side, with several folds shown in the dotted lines in the figure below, made a little paper plane to give the airplane a charm. So Paulo made a circular hole marked on the last figure. So here, this small blue, this small blue circle, that's the hole. So after playing a lot with the plane, so Paulo unfolded the sheet and realized that there were several holes in it. So how many holes did he count? So you can go to find a sheet of rectangular paper. So I already got the paper here. And you can find if I fold this paper one time and make a hole. And I make a hole. So how many holes when I unfold it? They're gonna be 2. Very good. Very good. They're gonna be 2. And if I fold twice, made a hole, how many? This time it's gonna be very good. 4 holes. So 4 holes because I made a hole in the overlap part. So when I unfold it, it's gonna be more holes. So let's take a look of this one. So here we can find the small blue circle. And from the last figure to this figure, so how many holes can you see? In last one, we can only see 1 hole, right? And when we unfold this part, what about this circle? Will it change? Very good, because we unfold this part and no holes on this part, so it doesn't matter. So still, the hole gonna still be here, and you can only see 1 hole. But if we change from this one to this one, this time, how many holes can you see? Still 1? No, very good. It's gonna be 2 holes. So here gonna be 2 because we unfold the overlap part. And let's continue. Now we have 2. And if we from this one to this one, how many? Very good. They are 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be 4 holes. And what about this one? Think about it. We unfold the overlap part, so it's gonna be double. So 4 times 2 is gonna be 8. So the answer, option D. So you can go to find a sheet of paper and try by yourself. Okay, the next one. So the next one, the teacher wrote the numbers 1 to 8 on the board. Then he covered the numbers with triangles, squares, and circles. The sum of the numbers covered with triangles equals the sum of numbers covered with the squares, and the number covered with the circle is a quarter of that sum. What's the sum of the numbers covered with triangles and the circle? So this one, think about it. So you can find there are 8 shapes in total and 1 to 8 numbers in total. That means each number is covered by 1 shape. Very good. So if you try to figure out the number behind each shape, is it easy? No, it's too difficult. So let's see how we solve this problem. So here is a lot of information. Let's circle out them. So the number here, the sum of the number covered with triangles equals the sum of number covered with squares. So here, there are 4 triangles. That means 4 triangles equals, there are 3 squares equals 3 squares. And what's the problem says? It says the number covered with the circle is a quarter. What means a quarter? A quarter means divided by 4, a quarter of that sum. So here, that sum, which sum? The sum of 8 numbers or the sum of 4 triangles? Very good. That sum means the sum of 4 triangles of 3 squares. So here, so you can find the circle is a quarter of it. So the circle, if we assume the circle equals 1 part, so the sum gonna be 4 times of it. The sum gonna be 4 times of it. That means 4 triangles equals 3 squares equals 4 parts. Could you understand? Equals 4 parts. And in total, there are 8 shapes, right? There are 8 shapes. So how many parts? So there is 4. And also here is 4. And here is 1. So in total, we have 9 parts. So 9 parts in total. And we know we have 9 parts. Then do you know the number of all of the numbers? It's gonna be 1 to 8. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. It's gonna be 36. So that means this 9 parts equals 36. And you can find 1 part. So 1 part, you can use 36 divided by 9. It's gonna be 4. 1 part is 4. That means the circle is 4. And the problem asks the sum of numbers covered with triangles and the circle. The circle is 4. What about the sum of triangles? Remember, 4 triangles equals 4 parts. So for the triangle, the whole triangle is going to be 4 times 4 is going to be 16. And 16 plus the 4, very easy. You're going to choose option C. So here, because the problem says a quarter of that sum. So here, if you learn enough, maybe you can find we need to use fraction. But if you haven't learned fraction, it doesn't matter. So you don't need to use the fraction. You can think the circle is 1 part and the sum gonna be times 4 parts. See? Okay? That's how we solve this problem. And you don't need to find the number under each shape. You just take them as a whole group. Okay, the last one. So Mike sets the table for 8 people. The fork has to lie to the left and the knife to the right of the plate. For how many people is the cutlery set correctly? So here, the correct position. The fork left, the knife right of the plate. Let's take a look. So in the middle, we need to find the one as our starting point. If this one is a starting point. So first, the fork left and the knife right. This one correct. And this one correct. What about this one? Correct, correct. And is this one correct? No, very good. And what about this one? Yeah, correct. And this one? Let's take a look. No. And this one? No. And the problem, so we need to choose option E. No. If you choose option E, that means you didn't keep your eyes open. How many people is correctly? How many correctly? 3 people are wrong. How many people are correctly? There are gonna be 5. Okay, so that's how we solve this kind of problem. You just check one by one and make sure your eyes is open. Don't read wrongly about the problem. Okay, that's all for today's lesson and see you next time. Bye.